Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true.
Police name 8 inmates who escaped Black River lockup. Police sources have named 8 inmates who escaped custody during a jailbreak at the Black River police station lockup overnight. They are Oral Cole, charged with robbery; Richard Brown, charged with robbery; Alric Hutchinson, charged with robbery; DeMar Williams, charged with illegal possession of firearm; Kenneth Stewart, charged with illegal possession of firearm; Antward Hines, charged with murder; Dean Simpson, charged with rape and robbery; and Javon Sims, charged with murder. They cut the metal bar at the window. It has to be a machine they used to cut it. One cell guard with 60-odd prisoners, a police source told reporters Monday morning. Police have since launched a manhunt in search of the 8 inmates. Body found in gully in Farm Heights, St. James. The body of a man was found in a gully in Farm Heights, St. James on Sunday. The deceased is of brown complexion, about 5 feet tall, medium build, and sports a cornrow hairstyle. It is reported that about 8 p.m., residents heard gunshots being fired in the direction of a gully in the community. They went to investigate and stumbled upon the body of the man, which was lying in blood in the gully with multiple gunshot wounds. He was assisted to hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police investigators say the deceased, who is said to be in his 30s, is believed to be a man known as Damien. Man allegedly catch his friend stealing from him in sting operation. Spurred by the disappearance of funds from a house in Water Lane District, Clarendon, citizens led their own sting operation, which resulted in the capture and subsequent charge of the alleged thief. Charged with housebreaking and larceny is 23-year-old Eric Forrester, otherwise called Chappie, and Crush, of Water Lane in the parish. Reports are that the complainant sold cows amounting to $510,000 and was keeping the money at home. It is alleged that over a 6-week period, the money kept going missing. The complainant became suspicious of his friend, Forrester, and reportedly devised a plan to trick him into believing nobody would be home at a particular time. It is alleged that the complainant then hid inside his own home and awaited the arrival of the suspected thief. Forrester is said to have entered the house where he stole $10,000 from a dresser inside his friend's room. He was then confronted by the complainant and subsequently handed over to the police, where charges were laid against him. Usain Bolt appointed to Supreme Ventures Board. Retired sprint legend Usain Bolt has been appointed to the board of directors of gaming company Supreme Ventures Limited. The appointment took effect on June 16. Bolt is considered one of the greatest track athletes of all times and holds world records in the 100-meter, 200-meter, and 4x100-meter relay. The 36-year-old retired in 2017 with 8 Olympic and 11 World Championships gold medals and has developed one of the most valuable sporting brands in the world with a number of lucrative sponsorship deals with global brands such as Puma, Gatorade, Virgin Media, Hublot, among others. Trelawny commuters stranded as taxi operators protest deplorable road conditions. Several commuters, including children, were left stranded on Monday morning as taxi operators planned the route between Falmouth and Wakefield in Trelawny withdrew their services over the deplorable road conditions in the parish. The protesters gathered as soon as 6 a.m. The cabbies lined their vehicles along one side of the Homicide main road with enough room for traffic to flow on the other side. The taxi operators are appealing to authorities to move swiftly to do repair of the pothole-riddled road between Granville and Bounty Hall. They lamented that they often have to dig deep into their pockets to cover the cost of repairing defects to their vehicles. It cost me $69,000 the other day to spend on my vehicle, leaving me with only $500 in my bill for a cabbie who asked not to be named, told reporters. All of $69,000 just float off like that because of the condition of the road. The taximan added that he had to buy 2 tires and on another occasion he had to buy 3 all at once, as well as front-end parts. Another protesting taxi operator chimed in, "If they can't asphalt it right through, just patch out the pothole them and give us some relief." The stretch of road in question forms part of the 16-kilometer thoroughfare between Falmouth and Springvale, which has been a source of discontent for many years, resulting in several protests by residents and motorists. Member of Parliament MP for Trelawny Northern, Tovia Hamilton, had initially lobbied for repairs to be done on the entire corridor. However, after discovering that the project would cost more than $80 million, which she said was unavailable, the first time MP settled for undertaking the upgraded on the phase basis. This resulted in $200 million rehabilitation project on the Wakefield to Deeside corridor, which was followed by repairs on the Marthabury to Holland Road that was recently completed at a cost of $15 million. The cabbies are threatening to intensify their protest on Tuesday if they do not get an acceptable update.
We withdrew service this morning because of the condition of the roads. Some part of it almost burst into when you're going it with passengers well load. It's causing this strut to be broken and all other parts on the bus to be damaged. So we withdrew service this morning. We don't block the road or anything. We just pull off to voice our opinion to see if we can get the relevant authority to come and give us some information on how they're gonna do their best to assist us on this road condition. That's why we withdraw service. Right now, there are a lot of people and school children who are on the road in Wakefield, Buntial, Granville, etc. because they cannot get a drive.
Government to spend $120 million on road projects in St. Catherine. Several road rehabilitation projects will short to commence in St. Catherine Northeastern from a $121 million contract, including from Natural Spring in Riversdale to Troja. The works will also involve drainage improvement, the reshaping and asphalting of sections of the roadway, and the construction of retaining and parapet wall. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Edward Warmington, said the government has embarked on a comprehensive plan to rehabilitate and modernize our road network. Today signifies a major step towards the overall transformation we intend to actualize. Roads are the lifeline of any nation, connecting communities, fostering economic growth, and facilitating social integration. They serve as the arteries that carry the lifeblood of trade, commerce, and progress, the minister said at a groundbreaking of the project in Facey Square, Georgia on June 15. Warmington noted that some work has already started in the area, which forms part of the ministry's Maintenance of Secondary Roads program, noting that the overall scope of work include installation of pipe culvert, construction of walls, bushing and trimming of banks, as well as reshaping and asphalting of the worst affected sections of the roadway. We are also undertaking the construction of 7 retaining walls and 6 further under this contract, and at the end of the contract period, which is slated to last for 8 months, 7 of the 10-kilometer stretch will be fully rehabilitated, he told his audience. He said another 3 kilometers of roadway in the area need attention, especially in light of the heavy rains experienced in the last 2 weeks, and a plan will be explored to get the work done to focus on the road between Horrorwood and the Williamsfield Bridge. Warmington said the rehabilitation work being embarked on is not just repairing the worn-out surfaces of the road. It is about reshaping our nation's future and investing in infrastructure that will facilitate trade, reduce traffic time, and enhance the overall quality of life for our citizens, he noted. The significance of this project cannot be overstated, as it will form part of a larger transformation, which will have cascading effects on our economy, stimulate growth in the various sectors, as well as create countless employment opportunities. We have diligently studied the needs and aspirations of our people, consulted with the experts, and formulated a comprehensive roadmap for the rehabilitation of the road network, Warmington stated. He outlined that under the plan, safety features will be upgraded as part of integrating sustainable practices into the construction process. The minister said the administration is committed to ensuring transparency and accountability in every aspect of the project, working closely with the communities and consulting with members on their needs and addressing their concerns and ensuring that they continue to be part of the decision-making process. More than $60 million damage to crops in St. Elizabeth. The recent heavy rains have caused an estimated $63 million in crop damage in St. Elizabeth, notes Minister of State of the Ministry of Agriculture, Fisheries and Mining, Franklin Whittle, speaking with reporters after a tour of several farms and roadways in St. Elizabeth Southern, which were affected by the recent heavy rainfall on Friday, June 16. Whittle pointed out that the figure was preliminary. After this tour, we will be better able to give a definite figure in terms of the damage. The rain did extensive damage to a number of crops and roadways, even some of the roadways that would have done work on as recent as a year ago. Sections of those roadways were destroyed as a result of the heavy rainfall, stated the minister. He outlined that several types of crops were hard hit by the recent inclement weather in the parish. Tomatoes, melon, and scallions were affected. What we saw on the field were mainly those crops and sweet pepper, to a lesser extent, the minister stated. Whittle noted that a figure has not yet been attached to the damage of farm roads in the parish. Some of the communities visited were Bull Savannah, Trial, Ballast Valley, Top Hill, Comapen, Junction, and Cheapside.
Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification